In today's video, we are going to be reacting to some cringy wholesaling real estate TikTok. Now, you've heard us say a lot about how TikTok wholesaling advice is sometimes some of the worst on the internet. And what we want to do today is react to some of the biggest TikToks when it comes to wholesaling real estate this year. And honestly, some of these TikToks had really good advice. Some had really bad, cringy advice. So we are doing this just to react. We're not trying to make fun of anyone, but some of this advice is terrible. Some of it's okay. We're just going to give our honest reactions to this. And I've not shown you any of these TikToks, so you don't know what they are.
Interesting.
So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Right?
Go ahead.
Wholesaling is the most unethical business practice in the real estate industry. Now, before you get too defensive, let me explain to you why it is. So what is wholesaling? Wholesaling is essentially finding off-market properties and negotiating with a seller a lower price that you can then go and sell it to an investor or a home buyer at a higher price, and then you collect that difference by assigning the contract to a new buyer. It is without a doubt the most unethical, immoral.
This guy's a realtor, right?
Real estate that exists.
Has to be a realtor.
Because you are taking market knowledge, something you have that you know a property is worth a certain amount of money, and then you're going and convincing someone to take a price that is far below that value so that you can go
far below
and earn the difference. One of the biggest reasons real estate agents introduced to the markets.
He's an agent. Monopoly.
Actually defend against practices like this.
Really?
So that if I have the knowledge that a home is worth much more than what a seller will sell it for, I can go and represent them for a flat fee or a flat percentage and then go find that higher offer in the marketplace so that that person can make as much money as possible. I take a little percentage and then I move on to the next deal. Yes, I make far less per deal. However, it benefits the general market and the general economy much more. When you do wholesaling, you are going in and taking advantage of people. You are predatorily going.
Whoa! That's what realtors do, right?
Their home's value, and
they do thousands of listings.
To me, that is one of the worst things you can do in business, and it's absolutely one of the worst things you can do in real estate.
Okay.
Where's this guy located?
He's some realtor. I can just tell.
You can probably find him in downtown San Francisco.
So, okay. So, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I'm just telling you.
He just takes a little fee, just a little, but he won't tell you what his fee is.
So here's the thing in wholesaling real estate. You know, everyone says, oh my gosh, we take advantage, we're terrible, blah, blah, blah. When you really look at it, okay, we lock up a deal, let's say for 100. We sell to a cash buyer for 115, we make 15 grand.
Yeah.
Unethical, unmoral, terrible, bleh. Now, we kind of pull up the numbers here. I'm kind of doing the math in my head. 115 grand, if the seller has to pay 6%, that's $7,000. Plus, we're providing the closing costs because the buyer's paying for it. Really, the 3% and then the assignment fee is very, very similar. So the unethical part is you're taking money from the seller. Okay, that's a fair argument. Now, I would actually 100% agree with him here if in wholesaling real estate, we took that and the realtors work for free. But realtors take 6% commission and they take closing costs, right? And while I was listening to that terrible garbage, I looked up the history of realtors, right? Like real estate agents didn't magically become a thing like, you know, the samurai and to protect just innocent people being taken. No, they did it to make money. It's a real estate brokerage. The point of real estate agents and realtors, why they were a thing is, hey, I need to sell the house for the most. I don't know much about real estate. And they made a common knowledge to have a real estate broker. That's why you sell a boat with a boat broker if you have a big yacht, right? Realtors weren't a thing to save people from being taken advantage of. This is just a typical realtor. You know, they're hating on wholesalers. They lost some money.
And just keep in mind, the Realtors Association, NAR, has an antitrust lawsuit against them from the Department of Justice. But we offer the convenience, the speed of a house that would never be facilitated through a realtor. I think it's just funny.
Okay, so let's get in the second one. There's always a realtor that's hating. So here is the second one.
5 mistakes to avoid when starting wholesaling real estate. Number 1, do not wholesale in these states right here. Well, except for Illinois, you can only get 1 deal a year. But if you have a real estate license, then you know this don't apply to you. Even though you're doing it virtually, it's still illegal. Number 2, explaining the meaning of wholesaling to the seller. If you're out there telling the seller your tricks,
he's not wrong about that.
Okay,
tricks on that one.
You're letting them know that their house could be worth a lot of money if they're selling selling it to an investor. So if you're new to the game, make sure you don't make this mistake. Number 3, thinking you need a cash buyer first. You do not need a list of cash buyers before starting the wholesale. It's better to get a property under contract before looking for cash buyers. And a lot of people are using this as an excuse to why they haven't started wholesaling. Number 3, don't seem desperate. Now this basically means that when you
That's actually good advice. It's not bad at all.
It's not bad.
Thirsty. It doesn't matter how gold-minded the property is. If you're coming off as desperate, you're gonna drive the seller away. You're gonna make them think that their property could be worth a lot more because you don't know how many wholesalers have probably gave them a call. Number 4, you do not need a realtor. There are literally free information online. All you have to do is literally research it and you get the answer. But if you were to get a realtor before they will offer to help you, they might want a cut of the deal at the end. So just stick to YouTube and Google. And for number 5, check the pinned comment below.
Okay, I ain't gonna do that. But not the worst advice. There's some pretty bad ones. So the first one, Illinois, Oklahoma. First of all, Illinois has a law about just giving offers. So he's technically wrong there, but fine, Illinois, avoid it. Oklahoma, he doesn't know the law. That's okay. Probably listen to some YouTuber. Not terrible advice about Oklahoma, but it's about how you market the property. It's about the public marketing for sale of a property in Oklahoma. Saying you can't wholesale there, it's terrible, right? He didn't give the worst advice there. But the cash buyer first, that's okay, right? Yeah. Thinking that you're tricking a seller, I let sellers always know they're making more with a realtor than they are with us. It's speed and convenience for cash.
Yeah.
It's the problem I have TikTok. Like, he only has a minute to explain this. So, like, it's not the worst advice in under a minute.
No, he's trying. It's just some misinformation there, but for the most part, not bad tips.
Yeah, but just thinking you're going to trick a seller, I wouldn't do it. So I would give this one, I'd give it a C, right? It's not an A, but not bad, trying. Right? I mean, the other guy got an F. So
that guy was terrible.
All right, so number 3 here. Oh, you're going to love this one.
Okay.
Hello, this is Dave.
Hey, David, I'm looking to speak to the owner of 22 West Street.
That's him.
If I could just get one moment of your time, I promise you will not regret it.
Listening.
Perfect. David, when you hear the word Florida, you might think of beaches, palm trees, maybe even margaritas. But when I hear the word Florida, I think of opportunity. And that's exactly why I'm calling you today, David, because I have an opportunity for you. David, I'm prepared to offer you $215,000 cash for your property today. What do you say, David?
Absolutely not. Do not call this number ever.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know you could do stuff like that.
Shout out to him.
I will give for theatrics. That was amazing, but one of the worst executions I've ever seen.
I think this was a joke, but that was great.
He's having a good time. He's smiling.
That was great. I feel like those people feel like they have to do their cold call. Like, shout out to Logan there, but I saw that. I was like, oh my Lord. But he's trying. I think it's more of a joke. But
I think so. I think it's he's getting the attention he deserves with it, and we're helping him out.
That was good.
That's funny. The music. Oh.
So next here, let's see what we got.
Don't be around the bush, son.
No, I'm not beating around the bush at all.
So what is your offer?
I wrote down here that you were looking for 40 to 43. Is that still where you're at?
Sure. Well, what is your offer?
So my offer would be 32, and that would be a cash offer, and we could close in 30 days.
Yeah, that's too low. That's too low. Offer me the difference between what I want and what you want. I wanted 42.5. You're offering me 32.5 or 32. Break it in half.
What would that be? Would that be like 37 or something? I'm not good at math.
32.5 and 32?
If we can do that, would you want to move forward on that tonight?
Sure.
That's not bad. So I've actually seen a couple of Alec, his TikToks. He's a Miami Dolphins fan.
Split the difference, or?
Kind of, right? And so one thing I'll let you know is we're not actually saying anything bad. Like, Alex, one of the few people on TikTok I found, I think he has a YouTube channel too, where he's not a guru. I mean, as of this video, maybe he is, but like, I'm not saying anything bad about him, but like, that's actually really good call. Like, no one really on TikTok outside of him. I obviously will post my live calls. He calls sellers live.
Seems pretty authentic.
He's authentic. He's talking to real sellers, and he doesn't seem fake. So the one thing I wanted to bring this up is just like, look at the way he talks to sellers. He's not fake. Yeah. Like, he's straight to the point. He's a little funny, but like, he's not saying anything crazy. And that's actually how you get deals. That's how I sounded when I was starting out. Like, he's actually doing good. He's done some deals, but like, shout out to him. That's an A TikTok right there, because it's good advice. I didn't see anything terrible with it, right?
No, and it's depending on how his business, if he already has a buyer set up, we don't know the whole story, but seems like he's having real conversations and he's like laying it all out there. So, dude, props to him. I actually thought it was good.
That was a great one. So let's go to this one.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey there. Here, how are you?
Yeah. Hi, Joe. How I am? I'm okay. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just wanted
Yeah.
to check back in with you just to kind of see how things are moving along. How's everything?
Nothing happened. Nothing significant.
Have you at least gotten any more clarity as far as the whole settlement with the insurance or anything at all?
They don't tell me nothing.
Do you at least feel a little bit more comfortable just getting the process started as far as...
He's mirroring her pretty well.
Well, yes, I said it quickly. Everything takes such a time now, and everything will happen to me. So I feel like get rid of everything.
That's kind of the beauty with working with a company like us is because we are paying all cash and it's not contingent on any loans or appraisals.
It's pretty
we're
good.
Able to close on the property in a very timely manner. That's kind of the reason.
Seems like an older seller is explaining it well.
Yeah. Know that if time and efficiency is important for you, I can confidently tell you that we can close on the property in a very timely manner.
That's good to know. Yes. Because it's, I will see. Right now I don't know anything. I will probably know after whenever they hear from insurance.
I would advise.
So this goes on for like 4 or 5 minutes, but I just want to show the first like minute or two. Like not every advice on TikTok's terrible, right? Like this guy actually sounded really good and smooth. And the reason why I want to pop that on is he mirrored the seller well. He kind of talked a little more formally because it's an older seller. And she was very calm, and I like the way he talked. So that's a good one.
Yeah, just calm, and he used his ears a lot. He listened, and that's the biggest part. You guys got to, especially when you're doing him virtually, you got to listen. Now, I'm going to assume he's an acquisitions manager for someone.
Yeah, just, maybe he's doing it himself.
You can kind of tell, but hopefully he's doing it by himself, but it doesn't matter. You have to use your ears and listen, and especially when your seller's speaking low and they're confused, stuff like that. Just take your time and hear their story out.
That was a great one.
That was good.
Right, here's the other one.
I wish that I would have known this when I started wholesaling. So this absolute beast, Zach Jin.
Yeah.
He actually made a
Skin.
free wholesaling course, guys.
Whatever.
Like I literally just hopped on it just to like check it out.
Now this is 1.0. We have the 2.0 now, but
for all the basics, he has real deals that he's done, actual breakdowns. There's no reason why you have to pay someone $5,000 as a barrier to entry.
Boom,
dude.
Unless you're doing that to make
love it.
I guess. But
give the kid a medal.
I would say.
I know. I love it.
What's his name?
Ethan.
Ethan.
This is his YouTube channel and this is his course as well.
A+.
A++++.
A++++.
He gets it.
Freehosteling.com.
Way to go, Ethan, man. You couldn't have said it better myself.
You know, that's the top one I've seen yet. So everyone should make TikToks like that, you know?
That's awesome.
All right, here we got another one.
Okay.
All right, so he is driving around town. He's heading over to City Hall to get caught. I like this. Okay.
It's cool. In his Tesla.
All right. Waited. They had no idea. Trying to give me the runaround.
There you go.
He knows their stuff. Gave me a card to request those who charge the department. Not terrible, right? He's doing it. So wasn't taking no for an answer. They gave me a card or contact request to list for those in charge of that department. So I think the problem is he went to City Hall and they probably had a different place, but he did it well, right? I think a lot of people run off when they're doing this and try to find, go to City Hall. They're all there. When you talk about government lists, go to the government City Hall. They're not always there. Code enforcement is sometimes in a completely different part of the city or county, which in our county, it's like that too. Yeah. But I just want to give a shout out to him. He got his, looks like a nice Tesla right there, but like he got his cool whip and went to get the government lists. And that's gangster in my opinion. So shout out to him.
He's going out getting his government list. He's showing he's having objections. Everything we tell you guys. And the thing is, as long as he stays persistent and makes progress with it, if he can get a good majority of the list, you're not going to get every list every time. But that's what wholesaling is. So I like it.
Day 2 of learning how to wholesale. Now, today I have been trying to go through the information that is provided in a free training that is put on by Zach Ginn.
You said it the right way.
I got this free training by going through that free wholesaling.com, and it funneled me to this free course. Now, I've taken a lot of courses in my life, and the best courses are ones you have to pay for. They have the most complete
I don't agree with that.
The free courses, they're normally trying to upsell or sell something, and it's normally just a waste of time. But this course, being a free course, contains a lot of information.
Yeah.
There's no upsells. They're not trying to sell anything.
Weird.
And I think there might be some links to different websites.
True.
They might be getting some sort of commission on, or
That's fair.
maybe some websites they own that provide provide services. But this training, though, is a lot of information that I can't see how I would need more information.
Exactly.
So
it's catching on.
Actually trying to make it through the large amount of content.
There's a lot.
It's too much.
And I've been trying to take notes, trying to be a good student, like Zach was talking about in this training. Act like you paid $1,000 for it.
Yes.
And you'll get more information.
We could charge $5,000 for that
course.
course.
This course that I paid for, I definitely took.
Did we
more
pay this guy?
And really tried to know the content that was in the course better than the ones that I didn't pay anything for. So I'm trying to go in with that mindset.
Good.
And I'm taking notes, trying to document things the best I can. You know, looking through Zach and Rick's different YouTube channels, I did find some videos that have just more content and information. If I have a question, a lot of times I can look through their videos.
And he goes through it. Like, I mean, he goes for like another minute about it, but I think it was pretty fair breakdown of it.
Yeah, we've never met him, never asked him to do it, but it's, guys, I'm telling you, that is the real deal. Me and Zach do this business completely differently because it needs to be done.
So guys, you catch the hint. Go to freewholesaling.com, right? Like it works.
Yeah.
But like, it's fair. You know, there's a lot of, the issue with this, there's a lot of content, but the reason why we made freewholesaling.com is we're going to put the best wholesaling information. I'm going to act. You gave me $5,000, which we could easily sell it for $5,000. We'll get a bunch of sales on it, right? Daily. And here's the thing. You gave me $5,000. You want to get the best chance of becoming successful in wholesaling, learn everything. We put it all in there. We don't sugarcoat anything. We don't give not any good info. We get everything we know at freewholesaling.com. So guys, let me know if you like this reaction type video. I know it's a little different than what we usually do, but just showing you guys, there's some good content on TikTok, right?
It's fun.
There's some bad ones, but I think they're all good. So you have a TikTok. It's at Rickigan. I think I called it Rickigan. And then I have mine at Zach and Official. I had like 200,000 followers on TikTok, and then TikTok banned me. Crazy. So I got another one. I think it's Zach Ginn. Just search up Zach.
Maybe it was that first guy that got you banned.
Honestly, probably him, but we won't get into it. So guys, make sure you go out here and smash the like button, subscribe. Let me know if you guys like this or not, and see you guys soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out.
Rick Ginn signing out.
Have a blessed one.
See you guys.